Hey, what's up, DOT community? Sorry, I'm juggling a few things now. Just gonna do a short live stream. Might as well get one going for this event and see what we can pull off. Just gonna keep it pretty short. Might even just literally go through one set of portal stones, just to kind of do a little bit since this event just dropped today. The good fortune. See if maybe we can have some good fortune coming our way on the stream. If you're watching this after the fact, hopefully then you are having some good fortune going through this very unique Dawn of Titans event for the first one for 2018. So I'm going to take a moment and I've got to get just a couple of links posted in the chats, get some people to join us. Hopefully, if you haven't yet, you also get a chance to watch my overview of the event, see what's kind of going on, get my little bit of a take, where I also give a rundown of everything you can earn from this event, which I did not commit to memory. Dulmat, hello. Thanks for being the first one to join the chat. As I said, I'm just going to be taking a moment and getting a couple things posted out in our line chat as well as the band chat. I'm also going to test something out on stream today as we go through it. So you might notice a little bit of a black void come up on the stream. I'm testing to see if I can get the live chat to appear on screen as I'm streaming. If not, then we'll ditch it and throw up some more images. But you guys are going to be a little bit of a guinea pig for me. Yo, freshman, what's going on? You got a good start to the event so far? There we go. There's one link. There's two link. Zalan, hey, what's going on? Well, Dolmet, you're at 1150. That's a lot farther than me. I think I've done like 6 raids so far. I had a little bit of travel, so I wasn't able to get on. I literally was sitting on my couch, actually playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, while doing a couple of raids, and I said, yeah, what the hell, might as well get on here, do a stream tonight. It's been a while since I did one. Can't let Zalan have all that glory. Although I do also have to give Zalan some credit for getting a really nice who to watch for the DOT community in 2018. If you didn't get a chance to check out that video, he gave a really nice rundown of some of his top choices for DOT videos. Much appreciated that he included me on the list of people to subscribe to, along with many other non-toxic gamers like Bo himself, Solja, there's Surgeon, there's Zaid Gamer, Caesar is back in action. So if you didn't catch that video to see all the content creators for DOT on YouTube, make sure you do check that out. But we're going to go ahead and launch this live now. Got a couple streaming. I got my links posted, so now I can go ahead and focus on the game. What do you guys think, by the way? What do you think of the all-new logo work I've got going on? As you know, of course, I've worked my way through a game name change from Fandral to Jaeger. Big inspiration for me is my love for the Pacific Rim movies, and I love the Jaeger concepts and everything they represent. So I've used the name Jaeger for gaming for a little bit, and now bringing it to my DOT gaming, kind of creating a unified gaming experience for myself. What you're going to see on screen again is, as I'm watching the chat and just kind of seeing if this works, there's this black corner there that I'm hoping lets some chat stream come through there, but I honestly don't know if I set it up the right way. So if like a couple comments, if you guys post a few, and if nothing's coming up, I already got backup plan ready. But we're going to go ahead and get into this event. Again, I already posted an overview, but we'll go ahead and pull up a little bit of what we have happening in this event. Yo, 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 Boganora. I almost read your comment out loud the way that my mind just processed it. I got a big dog. That that almost came out the wrong way when I was about to read it out loud the first time. But thanks for joining me on the stream. Doing my first live stream of the year. I'm also, as I'm watching the chat on YouTube, doesn't look like it's coming across on. So I'm going to go ahead and make a quick change before we start gaming this out. We'll just throw a picture in there. I'll figure out how to work that live stream chat on screen a little bit later on, because I am using this free actually streaming software called Game Show. So I'm not streaming right from the device, which is why I've got some of those pictures later in there, and I'm still figuring it out, trying to get the most out of everything it has, but it is pretty cool for anyone who is streaming content or interested. Game Show is totally free and allows you to build some nice different layers, everything to it, which is what's all in that. So I just have to basically get it figured out. Pop-out chat, then window capture the pop-out. I've got to play with some settings. It told me I had to authenticate the chat from YouTube, and I don't know how to do that. I got to figure it out. And I'm going to spend the time. Now, like I said, this is going to be a brief stream for all that's watching. Just going to probably go through just one set of portal stones where I've got the house to myself for a little bit, and the fam is out, but they might be returning soon. So let's do a rundown of what we have going on in the event, which again is this Good Fortune. Very unique event for Dawn of Titans. A unique way to start the new year. It is a token-focused event. So everything is about tokens, from basic tokens to relic tokens to Titan tokens to epic tokens to literally these gold tokens that you use even for the relic boosts. And it's a pretty fair setup as far as the soul count goes. It's not extensively strenuous to be able to kind of work through and earn some stuff off of it. But the one thing you got to hope for is that you don't token yourself a handful of runas. That's some of the tough stuff. Get an epic token, you get a level 40 runa, but hopefully at least it's something like that where you can get good food out of it. And I feel like if we don't call it, don't get trolled, don't get runed. But working with this, hey, what's up, Godan? Thanks for joining the stream. But the tokens are certainly helpful. I mean, when we're looking at the rewards, it's a pretty standard soul setup, right? 10 souls per raid. We're not seeing any boosts for Titans, so use any Titan of your choice. I'm going to just keep working with my Logu and just try to do some speed raids with some Panthers. But the whole goal behind it, I honestly feel like this is a really nice refresh to start the year, because I feel like so many people just tapped out from the holiday event and going for Jotun and the 30,000 soul event they had at the end of the year. I know a lot of people said they spent all their tokens. They really kind of just cashed out on a bunch of gems. And although this is still a 17,500 soul event, which is moderate for your typical souls, you still have actually a lot of milestones that you can accomplish and earn before you get your way through it. So we're seeing golden tokens, which are the new tokens for this event, specifically for all this. It's literally a token to get more tokens. I've seen only one token so far, which was a 1-star. It looks like they've kept the 8 uses for this. So if anyone else has any more info on that, I'm not going to pull any tokens for this. My goal is to just take it slow and easy. It honestly might be a couple of months before I get back into, when I say a couple, I literally mean like maybe 2. Before I really get back into spending tokens for events, I'm going to try to stockpile again. The last couple events I participated in and made a push for, I specifically did it because I did get, hey, Ian Davidson, thanks for the subscription. But I did get fan donations for that, so I appreciate that. And I'm probably not going to be doing much more of that at the start of the year. Take it slow, collect some of this stuff. Honestly, any of these tokens I collect, I probably won't even be spending right away. Bo, I see, thanks for sharing that. A 3-star is 800% boost for 8 uses. So it looks like they're sticking with the 8 uses. My guess is we won't see a 3-star guarantee, but I might toss the idea out there because there is no soul boost. And just in the past, when we had no soul boost from Titans, we had a 3-star guarantee on that last day. And Boganer is now saying 9%, no, 900%, maybe not 800. Either way, it's honestly, that 8 or 900%, it's pretty standard 8-use token. I'm going to assume that the 4-star is somewhere around the like 1800% is usually what they give that, or something in that range. But I'm not going to be pulling any, so I won't be finding out. But so far, I've done, what is this, enough to get 80 soul, 8 raids. I got 80 souls, so I got a golden token. I'm not going to collect the 50 portal stones. I think I might actually just save those for the start of the next season just to give us a good head start. I got a bonus token. These ones I might pull just because it's a bonus token, and I don't want to miss out on the free day because that's where the bonus token goes, right? If you don't realize that. Working our way towards 75 gems, some more bonus tokens. My goal is to probably at least get into this bronze category and work my way up to maybe the 2,000 mark with the golden tokens. That's about 200 raids. I don't know if I'll do it. I'm going to try to just do a little more casual gaming this weekend. May not even pop up for another stream before this event is open, but we'll see. I really wouldn't mind getting into more of these Titan tokens, but I just honestly don't think I'm going to even put in that much of a grind for this one just because of my schedule from this weekend, and going into next week. Just a little ill-fated in time. So we'll see what we can get out of it. Chances are I'm going to end up somewhere down here because I'm not going to be pushing so far. I'll be happy if I can reach 500 gems or even the 750, but I'm going to try to at least keep myself in a range that I earn some gems from this and not miss out on that. And I'm literally like on the cusp right now. So we'll see how that goes. Let's take a look at who's leading this, though. Who have we got up in here? BR John Snowman. Assume that's a Blue Ridge. Anyone I recognize right through above me. No, let's take a look at top 50. What do we have? Yeah, no names recognizing right off the get-go. That's alright. Kudos to all these top 50 players, though, who are going to be walking away with at least another Sardu, which, yeah, he's okay. But at least those top, 20, right? Get the Ishkar, all pre-leveled. Not too bad. Viet, hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining the stream. Just doing a quick, simple, dirty rundown of the event. I still got to work on getting that frames per second and everything figured out. I know it's just a little bit of a lag. Look at this guy here, 9th place using Rage, using Siggy here. So many of the people look like they're using Panthers to kind of almost speed raid through it, probably. Ladegas, Kamathi up at top number 1. Ulrich at number 4. Let's just do a couple of raids, see if I got anything else I got to get going. I got to get some builders busy, too. I got 2 million in gold. I think I have a few. I've got to get those upgraded, but I think I'm going to try to hold out to push my Ragnar. I recently started wrapping up a lot of my castle level 17 stuff. I've got the Panthers, the Unex, and the Imps all upgraded to current castle level. I've got the Ragnar left to do. I think out of that, I literally only have 2 more spell forges and then these 3 food reserves. But I think I'm probably going to start my next castle upgrade prior to getting all of that done. I've got the Arcane Tower working now, so that's a little bit where I'm at. That's 2 more days. I'm still waiting for this like permafrost to go away. Still in the Ice Age here with the snow coming down from the last winter event. But let's talk rewards for a minute before I dive too far, right? So we've got everything goes from basically bonus building up into Relic, Relic building up into Titan, Titan building up into Epic, and then all the way into the Orb of Wealth. So I'm going to forecast now that we will probably see the return of all of these orbs one more time. I'm thinking we'll see it in the beginning part of 2018, getting these orbs back, seeing each one rotate through. I hope that they actually do it right around this, anywhere between 15 and 18,000 soul event. If that Orb of Justice comes back around, right, I think the one that just came out with Jotun for the ice damage, that would be one I would probably actually push for. But yes, I have been outside. It is still cold. I actually had to fly home today from Florida, and I intentionally changed my flight route, to avoid New Jersey, which was I was supposed to connect through there, and I aimed for Houston, and I ended up just changing it a second time and getting just a direct flight home because finally some seats opened up. I'm assuming just people got stuck, and that's why I don't want the game to remind me that it's cold outside because I get stuck in it often enough. Zalon got like 4 feet of snow in his bathroom. Well, he's got to move that fireplace that he's always playing around to just move that into his bathroom then. Yeah, speaking, I mean, the New Jersey, no offense to New Jersey, but the New Jersey airport is not one of my favorite airports in general, so avoiding it in the wintertime is something I really try to avoid doing. Hey, Surgeon, what's going on? Welcome. We're just doing a quick, kind of just rough and dirty little stream here. I'm going to probably just burn through one set of portal stones. Just going to find some simple lands to just go ahead and pick up a few souls and get started while I'm raiding. Because I know it's not the prettiest stream to look at. I still trying to work out some kinks to kind of get my live stream flowing a little bit better. I think I got to build some more Panthers, but that's all right. I won't necessarily need to. Kind of just been auto battling some of this, just get it going. So the event is, as I just kind of get everything going here, right? I'm really not going to be maneuvering this around because I'm going to take cheap and dirty lands to just work this soul event. So we've got all tokens coming in for the event, which is something we haven't had before. I mean, tokens are pretty common to see in an event, but this is an event that's all tokens, which is unique. Because you're kind of just, you're fighting for a chance that honestly could be better than if you just took the rewards they gave you. Let's just say a very traditional soul event that sometimes starts out with just a 2-star relic and just a 1-star titan. So what are some of the benefits of having this pure token event? Well, if you go through and collect some of these titan tokens and these relic tokens, you actually could have a higher chance. Like, I hate when Panthers get stuck like this. But you could actually have a higher chance of getting more 3-star rewards by completing this event. So in the past, you traditionally walk away with at least one, if not two, 2-star titans. Well, by collecting titan tokens and the epic tokens, you could actually walk away with all 3 stars, all 4 stars if your good fortune is with you. So this could be a soul event that you can complete where you get nothing but 3-star and 4-star rewards, which would be really good. Same thing for the relics. You know, I know myself personally, when I do my daily free altar pull, I have a tendency to get more 3-star rewards from that than I do 1 stars or 2 stars. And my own personal strategy that I use is that when a 3-star reward comes through, whether it be when I'm pulling a relic for an event, whether I'm pulling a titan, or if I'm pulling a token, if I get a 3-star or a 4-star, I try to immediately do a pull within seconds. A good majority of the time when I do that, I double up on whatever that star reward was. So when I'm doing an event, if I get a 3-star relic, I will burn through that screen as quick as I can to get right back to that temple and pull once again. And I'm going to say it's not 10 out of 10, but I would honestly say 8, maybe even 9 times out of 10, I do get that exact same star rating for the next pull. So that's why this here could be pretty good. Take it easy, Godan. Thanks for popping in. Later, Boganora. Thanks for popping in as well. So working through, so that's just a little bit some of the benefits we could see. Now, what could be the pitfalls? Well, it could be the complete opposite. You could work your way through a standard soul event, doing your 17,000 souls. If you do the 17.5, you at least get that orb if you're missing it, which is pretty nice. I want to say all these orbs were actually set at a higher. I'd have to go back and look, and I didn't do the comparison. But I want to say these orbs were at least at like a 20 or 21,000 in the past, or at least even 18,000. So I want to say this is one of the cheapest opportunities so far to get one of the orbs. So with it, on the flip side, pulling nothing but tokens, you have the chance to honestly kind of get shafted a little bit. You could do all of these relic pulls, Titan pulls, and things like that, and they could end up being all 2 stars or just a 1 star. Or as the community has already made the jokes, it could be nothing but all runas. I don't know how she became such a punching bag, but it's because she just is always popping up, always coming up when you kind of just don't want it. But that's the one challenge to it is the pitfall could be maybe it is not good fortune in your favor, and you don't really get great rewards. So you've done a full soul event, not even getting the benefits of what a very basic soul event would give you, which would be knowing that you're getting a 3 star, knowing you're getting even a 3 star Titan, possibly even that 4 star Titan when you go through there. You could do this whole event and not even get a single 3 star. So it's a little tricky, but I think it's also a great way to kind of start the new year, build up a collection, be fresh, because I know I myself personally try to wait Titan tokens and Epic tokens until there's some kind of an event going on, whether it be a guaranteed type of race, a guaranteed type of class, or even like in the past, we'll see if maybe we get it this year. They actually do specific altars again, where they had relics. Choose: do you want poison relics? Do you want physical relics? Do you want ice relics? Maybe we'll see something more like that, and then maybe you'll be able to use some of these tokens during those opportunities. So there's a lot of potential that this event could do for us down the road. The goal is hopefully keeping our fingers crossed, and if you want my advice, it is to save all of these tokens until you know that you're pulling. The only ones that I myself would spend are the daily bonus ones, because there's no point in saving those up because you get a brand new free bonus pull every single day. There's really no benefit to saving it. You'd actually be missing out on pulls if you didn't do that. So for me, my goal would be, if I was finishing it, and I'm not finishing it, but if I was finishing it, the advice I would give is don't spend a lot of gems. Try to do as much of a grind as you can. If you want to finish it because you want the orb, try to do it with just the gems they give you. I'm trying to remember what my count was. It was like, it's a pretty low count. It's not as high as we've seen, but it's like 3,225 or 3,325. It's somewhere in the just 3,000 and change as far as gems that you get. The tokens we get, and I threw away my paper. It was back in my hotel this morning. But we've got like 5 or 6 of each of the different types of tokens. So somewhere in that range, you're either getting 4, 5, or 6 of the different bonuses. So if you can, and you're going to complete this, then make sure you're using the free ones before you're spending your gems. Try to get that way. I wouldn't spend a lot of gems myself on it just because you're not guaranteed to get something. There's not that new Titan that we typically see at the end of it, or that one Titan we want. The only thing guaranteed that you're getting out of this, going back to the rewards, is just gems, portal stones, and that orb of wealth all the way at the end. So, pick and choose. How do you want to go for it? How important is the orb of wealth to you, and how important is this? I will say, though, that this is pretty great. This is something we don't typically get during the event, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 epic tokens. So you're actually getting 5 pre-leveled Titans. So that's definitely a good thing. I'm looking back at some comments now here. Spend lots of gems for no guaranteed tokens. I wouldn't do that, Surgeon, so that's kind of what I'm saying. And you're saying that your face is starting to look like that token, right? Depending on how your pulls go, maybe you start getting a little epic in the facial expression. But I think this is a great one to start out. Maybe if you've got a few tokens like to pulls just saved up, you could. The one thing I wouldn't do is, let's say my prediction from earlier kind of comes out okay, that maybe we're going to see a guaranteed 3-star. Unless you're finishing this event, I would not be pulling those 3 stars to save those relics for another event. I think that this golden token and these pot of golds are going to be very unique to this event. And I wouldn't be pulling 3 stars to think that you'll be able to use them for another event anytime in the future. So let's just say, hey, they decide to give us 3-star guaranteed on Sunday. Don't pull unless you're finishing. But, champ, to your point, right, those 5 tokens are not as great as if you're getting 5 pre-leveled runas, unless you're like, hey, you need the food so desperately, and that's okay. But I think that's pretty much the only case, is you need food for your Titan. So, again, there's there's definitely some major pros to getting all of these tokens, but there are definitely some major reservations to whether or not you want to spend to go that far. So I did see, and not to skip it, I was just kind of going through some of these raids. Someone did ask, can you see the Jotun I got? Because I did go for Jotun. Certainly, I will go ahead and take him out. I have not done any battling or anything like that on a stream or on a video with him yet. So why not? Let's go ahead and let him see some sunshine. So this is the Jotun I got. I really do like his build. I like how he looks. And skill-wise, I'm actually pretty happy with mine. Jason Jerome, hey, thanks for joining the chat. Evening to you if it is. Morning to anyone that it is as well. I'll certainly give a shout out. Absolutely. Quantum Web, Events Are Us, Enigma. All right, so if that's your Alliance champ, that's right, you, Enigma, and the Quantum's Web Events Are Us, of course, I always like to give a good shout out to Events Are Us. They helped me out back in the Hollows events, helping me actually get both Calvarex and Astaroth, so definitely owe favor to them for that one. Quantum's Web, of course, always a good alliance, something that has set standards for a lot of people and strong competitors, I know. So this is the Jotun I got, coming back to him. I was really going to be frustrated, I'll be honest, really frustrated if I didn't get this first skill, which is exactly what I wanted, the Imperial's damage. I wanted that 135% Imperial damage. I honestly would have been really disappointed had I not gotten it, so this is actually one of the Titans I've gotten that I've been very happy with the structure. There's only one thing on here that I myself would have changed. Surgeon, I will give a shout out to Non-Toxic, all NTG, all 5 alliances they've got, and all different leagues, right? Good, huge one. But I'm happy that I got the Goliath health, and I'm happy I got the Goliath damage. I believe for the Goliath, those are the 2 highest percentages you can get. With the Imperial damage, I also am a fan that I got the Imperial armor piercing at 65% for the stat, of course, and this goes up, but those are the 2 skills for the Imperials I wanted with Jotun, because if I run him, I would prefer to run him with the Imperials. The Panther is the only thing I would have preferred to change, and I would have liked to have gotten the Panther damage also starting at 135, because I can boost their crit, I can give them health with mount armors if I wanted to toss those on here. Honestly, though, that is a skill on Jotun that I think is just going to be a little bit wasted, in my own opinion, because if I were to take him and probably get the most out of him, I probably won't be running a Panther with him. I literally might throw 1 on there just to collect spells, and in that case, health isn't all that bad, because then I can go ahead and, you know, they'll live a little longer to collect more spells, but I'll probably be running him, and you know what? What the hell, let's go ahead and run him, because there's not a single boost we're getting from this. I've got 135 Imperial damage already. How about we take him out into battle, guys? We'll do that. I ain't going to do it against anything big and powerful. Yes, Dorello does know, and I don't know if Bobby's still doing it as well, right? Pull an event team together. I did see that, I want to say, the last I had checked this last event, like, ERU's main team and ERU2 were, like, literally either 2 and 3 or 3-4, however they finished, but they looked like they were right back to back, which was pretty nice. And I want to say that last event that they were in and part of, and you know, Blue Ridge was up there too. Again, big competitors for the Alliance events and stuff like that. Massive numbers that you guys are putting out there, which is impressive. So let's go ahead and let's run this. All right, let's go ahead and swap out these Panthers, and I won't have to run a production line of them. I got plenty of Imperials. Let's just run it with all Imperials, right? Because that's a skill he's got. Let's see, what do I have on here? Titanize damage, Imperial damage. I'll leave that an extra 30%. So that's 165% Imperial damage boost. I could swap over. I do have some other Imperial relics that are built up. All right, the Frost Shield, I can give them some health. I've got this Frost Spears here built up, but I do have those on my current Defender. These are ones I have been working with. Frostbow here as well, a little bit leveled up. But I think some of those are on some Defenders right now, and I don't feel like pulling too much of that off, especially because I think I've got one of them on my Garrison. So we'll just leave it with that Ice Hammer. All right, 4-star, level 3, that's not too bad. And let's take Jotun out on that battlefield. This is a first for him. He's getting to break his raid virginity here. We'll put him right up in... Oh, he won't be able to fit up front. He's a big dude. Wonder what he can... He probably won't really do a whole lot by himself, but let's have him run up there and do the first bit of damage. I will honestly say I have been a fan of these berserkers lately. Oh, look, he's going down quick, but these Imperials will do it. I've been a fan of the berserkers. Just I like their speed with things. I like just kind of mixing it up from the Rangers. I've said it before on some other streams and other videos, chats, other comments. I'm getting a little bit tired of just the Ranger game. I really wouldn't mind. I actually really wouldn't mind having an all new meta for the Titans and really switch that up a bit. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'd like to see another game shift, and I feel like that's a little bit of what these types of Titans like Mamesh, Jotun, Calvarex, I think was the very first one of them to kind of do it. But these X style Titans, you know, they're trying to create for these new players more of an opportunity to truly have a reason to focus on multiple troops rather than just packs of cats or packs of Imperials and packs of just Grenadiers. I'm losing my words. They're trying to maybe create a little bit more of a reason to use multi troops. I think we definitely have to give it some more time to see how it all pans out and what goes on there. Let's go and keep using you. And I'm okay if some of these Imperials die off. They sacrifice for the greater good. Give me more slots for my Panthers, which I prefer to actually use for speed, but this is going on. Let's see if we can get this done in under 30 seconds. I didn't pay attention to what I did last time. Let's see, Champa ran into a level 47 Jotun Titan, level 22 troops. Not very impressed. Level 20 cats, and level 60 took them out, no problem. Lost 4 cats, yeah. I think more of Jotun's damage. I haven't seen him at a level 60 yet. I know some vids are out there. I'm probably can bet that Zaid's got a video out there with him. If the brain doesn't even already yet, I definitely have some videos to get caught up on. But I'm sure at a level 60 he could be impressive with some relics on there. I think he's definitely more about the troops, like any other Berserker is. It's a lot more about the troop buffs you get with it. JJ, you run yours with Frost Shield and Frost Spears. Yep, nice. I've only got just the one slot now. I've mentioned this already. Well, I do plan on throwing. I've got a level 20 Cyros I plan on throwing into him, but I've got to get into my next strip of videos and series that I want to do. Everyone seems to be on the same plan. Zaid's done it a bit. Zalan's done it. Bo's done it a bit. All the other guys, I think, have done a couple of these like tips for new players. I've literally got like a sheet of what I also want to roll out for new player strategy, more for the free-to-play route, because if you guys know, that's, of course, how I run it. The only money I spent in here were those 2 fan donations, which, again, I appreciate, and I certainly would do more of that. But I myself do entirely free-to-play gaming. I like to just see, for a game like this, how far can you get without spending to get ahead? And I went an entire year before I did spend anything in the game. Before those fan donations came around, I'd done almost an entire year worth of it. And I've worked my way up to Castle 17 now, not spending any money to kind of rush any progress or do anything like that. I haven't bought Titans. I've only worked off of the gems I've gotten in the game and a few things I've learned throughout there, so certain things like there was time where I'd be like, oh, you know what, 6 gems, I will heal this troop. But I've learned now over time, a long time ago, don't spend gems on your troops. So I definitely want to go ahead and do my own take on free-to-play players, if they're new to the game, how they can make the most out of what DOT gives them. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for some of that and see some more content coming this year from me in that new series that I started just at the end of last year, the Talk of Titans. Fingers crossed, going into this year, we'll also have some other new things that my fingers are crossed still end up panning out the way that they started to at the end of the year. We'll see if I have some other fresh stuff to give you throughout the year if these things I'm not going to mention end up coming through and working out. So we will see. Anyone that has watched the stream, let's see, we got 13 of you guys. Hey, all 13 of you, thanks for joining. If you haven't yet, again, I do appreciate all the likes or subscriptions. Again, as a YouTuber and a building YouTuber, I'm definitely thankful for all of the subscriptions I've gotten so far. It does help out the channel, so the more subscriptions and liked content and comments and stuff like that all helps my channel become more recognized and active when players do search for Dawn of Titans content. It helps it pop up in the search results more often. So if you guys, I'll solicit just only that from you guys, and I do appreciate all of it. And I believe now I'm up into the about mid 200 subscribers. So again, I appreciate all of you guys and gals that have done that so far. I'd love to see, I haven't been doing YouTube, I think, for just under a year. I'd have to go back and see exactly when I started my first one, but it was only just in 2017. Already out of Portal Stones there. Maybe we'll do one refill and just keep it going. But YouTube in front of a year, so let's just say maybe around I want to say 240-ish is where I'm at, which again is appreciated. I think I've got a couple in the treasure room. I'm just going to go dig in here as I talk. So my goal is to see if by the end of 2018, can I reach that 1,000 subscribers? And that's what I'm going to aim for. So 2018 is my year of the road to 1K subscriptions. Let's go ahead and just view some stuff. We'll collect those 3, and that'll be it, guys. I'm going to keep this really short and sweet. I gave you my take on the event. What do we want to fuse up here? Why not? Let's just do the ice hammer. Why not? Can I get that 4th slot? Nah, that's okay. We'll just do 3. Really only need 1 for those portal stones, so we'll see. Arch is a good question. Who is doing this event? I haven't heard anyone saying, hey, I'm pushing all the way. Unfortunately, I am not. Although I do need the Orb of Wealth, I do not have it. I just do not have it in my stock to even push all the way through it. I'm sure if I did a grind with the 12,000 gems, maybe I could keep that momentum and maybe I could do it. But I think I'll just be saving. I'll try to just maybe get a few of these extra bonus ones, see if I get lucky with some 3 stars, and we'll see how it goes. I love when I see 2 Titans of a similar kind of class or something like that, when they both kind of go through the same movements and look and see which one seems a little more intimidating in the way that they do it. Who would you say here? Is it Kuba more intimidating or Jotun more intimidating? It's a little bit of a toss-up. Kuba's got that face. He's got that I'm going to just cut you down kind of face. And Jotun has this more I'm going to eat you kind of face. But digital microspace, you're going to be going through and doing the event good. I hope that if you go through it, I'd love to see what kind of pulls you get. Are you going to be saving your tokens, or are you planning on spending them? I know if it was me again, I know I've already said it. I would probably go for saving them until you get that either guaranteed class, guaranteed race, higher chance at pulling. All those kinds of opportunities, what I would definitely be saving my tokens for. And I was kind of wondering, what would be the what would be the next event that would probably get me going all the way if I really wanted to? And I think there's really only two Titans right now that I would be like, those are the maybe three Titans that would be like, these are the ones that I would want to go all the way to the end of a soul event. If it was a standard, let's say 18, 20,000 soul event, that I would try to go all the way, and it would be Ladega, who I'd still like to get. But my luck would be once I get a Ladega, this whole Panther meta is going to be on that tail end of starting to shift. I would also like a Salzar. Both of those Rangers I don't have, and those are the only other two Rangers I really want. I'm really not interested in the other human, like the Talend or the Barons. Although I like their design, I wouldn't mind adding them. I wouldn't complete an event for them right now. And then there's just the one other Ragnar that I myself want of Koldan. Since starting the game, I've always wanted to have a Koldan in my collection. The last time one was available in an event, it was placing top 50 in an individual event, I believe, or might have been an alliance, but I want to say it was an individual. And I wasn't at the point to be going for that. I think those are kind of the only three that would be the next lineup, unless this year they drop that Lightning Ranger. I would definitely not want to miss out on that, so I'd probably push my damned hardest to get that. Or if we suddenly see a mage pop up. So we'll see how it goes. Other things I'd be looking for in 2018 will be the return of Throne Wars. I'd like to see the return of the Trials of Power. I would like to see a return of a new Adventurers Guild. If I had my own personal take and my preference, I would probably want to see any new Titan, like a Lightning style or a Mage class, rolled out through an Adventurers Guild, rather than just a solo event. I prefer that. When they did, part of rolling out some Titans and using the Adventurers Guild to do it, I thought that was a really interesting way to go about it, rather than just repeating that weekend grind of the souls. So what do you guys think? What would you be looking forward to here in 2018 for all new events and also for any new Titans? What are you guys out there hoping to get? Let me know, either live now, you can certainly do it in the chat. I'm just going to pull up these rewards one more time to run through that list. And if you're watching this afterwards, let me know in the comments, what would you be looking for? I'd love to hear it. And see, what is the community most interested in? I think as a community, we certainly have the opportunity to maybe at least push some influence on what they're doing. I know I still wouldn't mind seeing from the survey they did last year, are they going to take any of that feedback from like those various types of Titans that they said, which types would you be interested? Who do you think looks the coolest? I'd like to see some of that influence end up coming into the game, because I don't necessarily know if it has from what I've seen with these new Titans. So we'll see. Sergio, I'm going to do a little catch up on some chats here. What were they thinking with this event? I think, honestly, they were trying to give us a break, as you say in your very next comment. I think this is kind of getting into the new year, not trying to make people be like, I'm getting right back into this hustle. I just cashed all my chips in on that holiday event, because I feel that so many players did. At least the ones we hear from a lot is like so many people went at least all in they could to get Jotun, and so many went even further to the 30,000 for that final orb. So I think this one here is certainly giving us the chill, giving us just something different. I think there is like a nice little bit of, air quotes, a little bit of suspense to what am I going to pull now? And it's also an event that you kind of get to collect and then just wait. So it's rewards where I know there's plenty of times where I've passed on an event because it's just like, I don't need those 2 stars. Like, it's not even worth me going through 2,000 souls because I just don't need anything that's all the way through there. The tokens would be nice, but like every other 2-star or 1-star Titan or 2-star Titan, I don't need. We've seen plenty of returns of Legos or Adonas or Dimesh or Halstead and all them in the events. So this one here is at least, if you're doing it, you're not necessarily getting an automatic guaranteed repeat for something. So we'll see. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what people start pulling from this. But I like the idea that you at least can get these rewards and then save them to collect the type of things you want. Like if I was, like, I've been trying to save up a few relic tokens that I've gotten, just standard relic pulls, which is not, I think I only have literally like 2. But I've been actually saving these 2 relic pulls for if they ever do a guaranteed type of relic. The last time I ever spent any type of relic tokens in here was when they were actually giving away the guaranteed lightning relics. And that happened, I want to say, like the early half of last year, where they said, you go in there and you pull those relics, you are going to get a lightning relic, period. It's guaranteed. So I like to try to save on to that until those moments. These pre-leveled epic tokens, I got 2 of them, so I'm saving onto those, and I'm even going to save my lucky altar tokens all for the next one. The only thing I'll do is spend these daily bonus. Might even just do that just to wrap up this stream. But let's see, catch up on a few more comments. I walk away with a 0 4-star Relic or Titan, and this is intimidating for most people. It certainly could be. That is part of the gamble, so to say. But you could also walk away, and this is, again, where it's like that gambling itch kind of, is you could also walk away with, 5 epic token possibilities. All right, let's just go back to the rewards, which is where I was talking I was going to go into. Right, let's go through the rewards. And I wish I had kept my sheet with my notes on it, but we've got 1 bonus token, 2 bonus token, 3 bonus token, 4, 5 bonus tokens. So there's free 5 relics almost right away. We've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relic tokens. And again, you could save those and walk away with all 3 stars rather than having to collect any 2 stars and burn through them. We've got the 4th one there, right? Titan token, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those could be all 4 stars possibly. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 epics. So you have that possibility. And again, back to the gambling itch, you've got the possibility to get 10 4-star Titans rather than a couple of 1s, a couple of 2s, a couple of 3s, and 1 4. So it literally is, it's just a matter of, as they call the event, is the good fortune in your favor? And that will be the interesting part. By the way, what's up, bad guy? I got on my soapbox for a moment. Definitely want to give you a shout out. Welcome to the stream. It's going to be short, sweet, probably maybe even hit an hour if I'm lucky there. So let's see what else we got going in some comments before we do one final rundown of what I didn't count up already. Digital, you definitely want to see them fix the Throne Wars. My prediction for 2018, we will see Throne Wars come back, but it is going to be different than last time. Because here's the thing, people will already know, if you want to win Throne Wars, don't dump all your lands at the beginning, like what everyone else is doing. Now everyone's going to be pacing them out. So I would like them actually see a change done to Throne Wars that actually changes how the lands interact, because after that first run, I think everyone's going to be on the same page. It will make it more competitive, but it will almost be like we already have a feel for it, and it won't really be maybe as interesting the second time if we don't see at least some type of change implemented into it. So that the anchored lands, after seeing the whole process go through, I actually would be okay if they don't return anytime soon. I would like to see them change that. If you want my opinion on it, I think anchored lands should only stay anchored as long as you keep a builder tied into it. I don't think it should be a permanent anchor. So you've got to sacrifice that builder if you want to upgrade, or sacrifice that builder for a different land. I don't think it should stay anchored. So that's just my one opinion on that. Let's see what else we got. Anything going on? Zalan, you'd like Urkon from Divine Gem Altar. I definitely would love that. What is it? What was the chick's name too? Ice Infiltrator. I'm completely drawing a blank here of what her name was, but I would like to see them put into the mix. If they're going to keep them with the Divine Altar, those Divine Gems, I would like to see an opportunity to maybe get them. Now, this is just my opinion. I know many people are like, I'd love to see that in some of the soul events. I would not. Arya, thank you very much, Surgeon. I do not want to see Divine Gems in a soul event, personally. I would love to see the Divine Gems show up in Trials of Power and only the Throne Wars. I like the idea of that content staying as rare as it could be to make them that much more interesting to get. Just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. Arch Stanton, you're looking for a 2-star rune with double lightning resist. You know what? I think you probably can have a pretty good shot at getting that this year. I got a feeling like that wouldn't be as difficult as some of these other things. Champ, you guys are in luck because you pulled a level 20 runa with double lightning resist. She is out there. Plenty. Arch, I do. Going back to this, I do remember the very first fire event. It was super low souls, right? That 11,000. And it was forever long. You said 12 days. Was it really that long? I feel like it was maybe. I didn't think it was that long, but I remember how they started out. I mean, it was here. That was it. And they were offering a Jerkor then. And I'll never forget it because I screwed myself so hard during that event. Is I was in a crappy alliance. The alliance at that point in time, the leader had gone inactive. It was just me and this one other player. And we said, let's just go ahead and switch. Let's start our own alliance. And we jumped, had no idea that it would reset the souls. And I was only a couple souls away from being like halfway through. And all my souls reset. And I was like, well, I don't have the gems now to not only do the end half, but do the beginning half all over again. And for like 9 months, I never saw a what's his name, Durat. That was just away for like 10 souls away from getting Durat. So for 9 months, I never even saw Durat, and so I never finished that one. That was super easy to get that Drakor, and never did. But what are you gonna do? And Zalan, yes, and I do love me and my wife go all the way back and forth. I love when you guys are posting it too. The member, I remember those souls. I remember 12-day events. So what else do we have in this event? Let's just come back to it. We counted out all these tokens you can get. You've got 50 portal stones. We haven't seen that second patch of 100 portal stones in a little bit for these standard soul events here. We've got gems. Again, I think I did my count was right around like 3,200, 3,300 gems you can get, which is okay. It definitely feels different coming from the 11,000 we just had during the past holiday. So it seems like that's so tiny, but it's really not all that bad. And then again, you're working your way through bonus tokens, relic tokens, titan tokens, and epic tokens. You've got the golden tokens, which give you your pot of golds for the event, right? Those are 8 uses each. Well, look at it. Whoa, 150 gems. There we go. Look at that. 1250. Go for it, guys. All the way up to 2,000 here. You'll get yourself a couple hundred gems. You'll get yourself a couple other relics. You'll get yourself a couple golden tokens. Go for it. If you're interested, go all the way to 1750 as we just scroll through one more time to get to that Orbital Wealth. This one here, which unfortunately for me, it just doesn't appeal to me for the Titans that I have, but it's your Titan Army Earth damage, your resist against ice, and resist against lightning. Now again, that's one thing. I really hope that with the couple of these orbs that have lightning built into them, I hope that only signals that in the early part of 2018, we will see some fresh lightning Titans. I think that would be a nice mix-up. I know the moment that a Lightning Ranger came in here, it would be a bit of a meta change because waiting to see if when iTouch jumps in here, he might maybe come in. I know I can count on him to come in afterwards in the comments. I know he will love it because he loves playing right now with his Arvan who does lightning damage. Because very few people are built to resist lightning right now. So, we'll see. Other than that, I honestly myself will be happy as long as I stay within the gem count here. Oh, I've got 2 more positions to go to get into 500. Oh, but we'll do one more raid. I bet you I can get up there, hopefully. Good luck to you guys if you get the Titan tokens, the Epic tokens. The Sardus are, nice that at least you're getting all the way up to the top 250. Ishkars we're seeing pre-leveled all the way for the top 20. So good luck to you guys that are doing that and everyone that's leading in that one. We'll just do one more raid and see if we can at least push me over that 30,000 threshold. We'll do, look at this, super cheap, easy hit that I'm going to do out in these borderlands, as I like to call them. Champ, unfortunately, you've invested so much money into the events and such, you can't find it in your heart to pull away from the devs. Gluttony for money. There are some times where it definitely feels like they're reaching to make us spend a little bit more. And I will not argue that, but there's the one thing I do And maybe it's just because being free to play and I haven't invested that kind of money that people have literally invested salaries worth of money into this game. But at the same point in time, when it comes to the devs and the cost of it, the one thing I usually just try to emphasize when people are getting really upset about, not saying you are, but you always do have to remember that it is always a choice. So anyone that ever watches the stream, hopefully it does get a couple more hundred views beyond the time that I live stream it. But if you're new to this game, you're watching this now afterwards, do remember that you do not have to spend to be able to compete. You don't need to. Spending though helps you save in time, just like getting these tokens do. They help in time. You're not buying more souls. You're just buying your time. So you're not investing as much time into it. If you don't want to spend, your alternative is to invest more time into it. So for me, I've invested hours now, and I mean, I have not missed one day since I started playing this game. Right there with global launch, I have not missed one day of playing this game, which is why I was also pretty upset that I was like one of the last rollouts for those days. Let's see. By the way, do I have that? We'll get those 10. I was like one of the last set of players to get this rollout. I felt like in my line chat and band, I was like one of the last people to finally say like, I got it. Let's see, did that push me? There we go. Now I got 500 gems. I'll try to keep in that ballpark. That's okay for me. But you're just basically investing. It's either time or it's money, and you've got to choose which one might be a little bit more important to you. Again, being free to play, there's only 2 Titans that I would say I have quote-unquote bought, and that is Jotun, because I played this event with a fan donation. $50 got me through the gems I needed to get all the way to him. The other fan donation I got helped me finish this event for Kamathi. Every other event I've done has been entirely free to play, based only off of the gems I get from the daily rewards, the gems I get from going through maybe 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 souls in an event but not finishing it, and collecting those gems. I don't spend gems on healing troops anymore. I don't spend gems on, and I have never actually spent gems on rushing a building to build it. So, it's really kind of what you do. And I'm, watching chat, some players here, right? You've got over 2K in US dollars invested in the game, and you've been playing for 11 months. That's definitely an investment. So, yeah, I definitely get the vibe where people feel the pull. But it's always a choice, so that's the one thing is if you feel like they're pulling for your money, then just take a break. And like a couple players I know, they just took a moment and they did like an entire month of free to play. And the hard part is are you a person or a player that likes to always have that newest content? Like me, I know I'm not going to have it. You go through my Titans, the only ones that I had the moment they came out were Calvrex and Astaroth, because we knew about that event, so I saved up for it. Edalus, I only just got from that whole dev apology. They gave out a little bit of everything. I got him at a level 1. So I gave him an entire year. Everyone else has been rocking it with Edalus. I just got him less than a month ago. Sagunga, that was one event I did choose to finish. Siegfried, I chose to finish, but I did it by saving up tokens and saving up gems. When I got Sagunga, because I want to say these two weren't that far apart, or a couple of these weren't that far apart. I want to say that it might have been like a Sagunga, Siegfried, or something like that. But there was one event I did where I finished it by saving up my tokens, and another event I did that was close to it that I used what I had saved up in gems. So I kind of had to split my difference there. And that's just a matter of, how you approach it. But I also put a lot of time into it. When I sit down to play, I play for a couple hours. I don't just pop in for, 30 minutes or so. Zalan, I would love to see if they actually track, like, the players that check in every day and see if there is, like, an attendance reward. That would be great. I doubt it would go to me, because I've literally read comments by other players that they've got people on their team that spend 8 hours every day playing this game. So I probably am not top of the list. That would be insane. Let's see, just going to read it, but I got about another 30 seconds till I hit an hour, and I'm not going to go much more than that because I've used my portal stones. I'm not going to grind anymore tonight. Show you a little bit of what's going on. Updated my status of where we are in 2018. I've got all my daily quests done as well now. Let's see where we are at reward-wise. I've now worked my way all the way up to 190. So I've got an extra bonus token coming soon. And just to finish the stream, so I don't miss out on my free one tomorrow, let's go ahead and pull these daily bonuses. As Surgeon, level 30, I'm assuming you're talking an Astaroth, maybe. You know, when I get my Titans 3-star, let's back to back really quick. Let's see if this little trick that I try, again, it's a 7, 8 out of 10 that it happens. Will I get another? See, I got a 2-star this time. So it didn't work. That's okay. But if you're calling out my Astaroth here, as you can see, I actually do not have. I only have one Titan that's maxed, and that is my girl Lego, who I used forever because of her Panther skills. Because I did not have a Logo, I do not have a Ladega. None of my 4-stars are maxed. Astaroth is the highest I got. As far as like a Paladin in on that range, she's the only 4-star Paladin I have. I've got, again, all mid-low. When it came to, I had my 200 and some odd Titans, and I invested them all during that XP event to help get a lot of them into that, unlock the next skill, unlock the next one. So Astaroth, I got up to 30 so I can get the extra relic, but now he's creeping to get the skill. Daedalus, I had pushed him just enough to at least get the 2 relics, 2 skills. Kamathi, I'm still working on. Sagunga, I pushed her to 31 for the Trials, not Trials of Power, the... No, what am I thinking? Whatever the hell that event was called. Throne War, Jesus. I pushed her to 31 to be able to use Siegfried. I pushed to 31. You know, so a lot of these guys, these Akivu, the Asterons, I've got more 3-stars than I do 4-stars, but that's the trade-off. Being free to play, I do not have loads and loads of maxed 50s or even a single 60 Titans. So, yet again, that's the trade-off I make, that I don't get the max, I don't get the fresh content the moment it comes out. I have to pick and choose which one of those I want to participate in. So there's certain ones sometimes I won't miss when they're rare, when it's the first one, or if it's right in the line of what I might want to play with. Like Poison's going on right now, so I went for Sagunga. Arch, you want to see Kamathi's skills? Sure. We'll pull her up. I think that may then bring us to a close. So here is the Kamathi I got. Damage against Titans, flank, armor piercing, and some more damage. Not a disappointment to me. I wouldn't have mind swapping out like the damage against Titans for maybe like another armor piercing. I'm not really worried about getting critical on her. I'm happy that I do have at least the 1 armor piercing with the 2 damages. I think those are pretty good. The flanking damage I'm okay with because that pretty much always triggers. The damage against Titans, I'm not disappointed with. I'm okay with that because hopefully that can help me definitely take down some of these Paladins or Guardians maybe just a little bit quicker when you're looking at these maxed Freyas or Thorgs or anything like that. So, but then I just have to make a choice when I'm building up one of my Berserkers. Do I want to now continue to put my focus into her, which is what my plan was prior to Jotun coming out? But do I want to level up Jotun to be able to get the most out of those Imperials and that damage and AP I got on him, plus some Goliaths? Or do I want Kamathi for the Berserker, Daedalus for my Ranger, because he buffs the Imperials? Again, I've got to pick and choose of who I level up, and it'll probably still be a long time before I see a lot of these guys reaching up into even the 40s or 50s. You know, I'll probably this time, 2019, I'll probably still have a couple of these Titans that'll only be in the works of still leveling up. But that's what I got. That's where we are starting out the new year here. Again, I will be working my way through some of this event, but I'm not pulling any token relics for it. I'm not spending any gems on it, and I am not buying any relic boosts for it. If you are, good luck on that one. Hopefully you guys do have, yet again, good fortune when you go. I love the name of this line. So you only had one job. Only had one job. So working with it, hopefully we'll see some more fresh content come from the devs. And you know, as always, anytime there is an event, you at least will get an overview video from me with my take on it, as well as what's included, both throughout the rewards and what basically is the whole count and collection of it all. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. Of course, I've also rolled out some new things. I rolled out a new a Lions hype video. I had some fun making that one. Just today, I finished making an all-new intro video, which I uploaded that and also included that on this event overstream. Keeping it down to 1 hour, Zalan, I think I deserve a round of applause from you because this is not going to be a 3-hour stream. But that's it. Guys, gals of the DOT community, thanks for joining me for this short, sweet, quick and dirty live stream. Just haven't done it in a bit, so I wanted to get back to you. My goal is to bring you more of this content throughout the year. So thanks for joining me in the comments live stream. Thanks for watching afterwards. Thank you for everyone who's subscribed already and all the subscribers still to come. I appreciate it, and you're helping me on my own personal journey this year, and I appreciate that support. Always appreciate the likes, and let me know what you guys would love to see more of for videos. Let me know your thoughts on events as I post those videos. But once again, guys, I am Gaming Jaeger, and I'm going to be closing the stream off here. I will catch you guys in the chats. Good luck on this event. And let's see if the good fortune lies with us. I'm Gaming Jaeger, and I'm out.